I had a buddy of mine, and he was like, yeah, it tastes like semen. I'm like, what? He's like, it tastes like sperm. And my first thing was like, how the fuck do you know how sperm tastes like? And second of all, I don't get that taste, and I don't know how the hell sperm tastes like anyway.
What's up, guys? Coming in, about to train my girl Ange. Been working with her for quite some time. You guys are gonna notice training style's a little different. It's not your typical bodybuilder type split. She had a hip injury a little while ago, so we're gonna do a lot of different things, more functional, total bodybuilders today. Got a couple more clients after her, and after that, just get some work done, admin stuff. Just another day in the office, guys. Stay tuned.
All right, guys, so we've got Paul again today. We're gonna hit some back. And again, what do we start off with first? Mobility. So even though we're not really doing a push day today, we're gonna start off with shoulder mobility. Probably a little sore from yesterday's workout. We're gonna do some mobility for his back, particularly his T-spine, and then a little warm-up action, then we're gonna get started. Good. Let's go cat-cows now. So this is a good way to get your lower back stretched out. So you're gonna be on all fours. Take a deep breath in on the cow position here. And then when you exhale and you come up in the cat position, you're gonna exhale all the air out of your lungs. So you wanna round out the back as much as you can, tuck that pelvis in. As you're breathing out, you're feeling your abs get pulled in, okay? So inhale here. And then exhale as you push this up, round that out, and then as you're exhaling, this is drawing that in as far as you can. Once you're out of breath, you're just gonna repeat. Take your time with it, Paul. We're gonna go 10 times, okay? This is a great way to do vacuums as well. So if you ever wanna work on your waistline and get your abs nice and tight, this is a great exercise to do vacuums. As you're exhaling, push down on the ground, feel those abs getting sunk into the spine. Love it, man. 10 times, baby. We're gonna get a band here. Standing nice and straight, and for that position, we're gonna side bend on the same arm you're pulling with, and then just push your elbow behind you, Paul, all right? So again, as I mentioned in the past, when we're doing a row exercise, guys, you're not pulling from your hand, the hand is just holding, you're pushing the elbow behind you to squeeze that shoulder blade back and that lat engage. Yeah, Bree? Hi, girl.
Be careful.
I'll see you in, 10 days? Yeah, all right, girl. Love you, girl. All right, we'll go 10 times, Paul. Again, guys, if you're not warming up the muscle groups before, like hand with a band or some kind of light weight, you're cutting yourself short. You know, you want to do a little bit of cardio, get the heart rate going, and then from there, do a specific warm up for the muscles you're about to do. Get those nerves firing, get the muscles firing, get the blood flowing. You'll see a big difference in your lifts, I promise you that.
When's one out of this?
10, 12. Go. All right, man. Well, that's the epic back workout for y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, we're gonna start with some pull-ups, man. We'll start with, let's get your straps on too, Paul. Start here, Paul. Strap up. Pull up, baby. We'll start with 4 sets. How many pull-ups can you get? Is pretend that you're bending the bar down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the bar's there, and then you're gonna try to pretend to bend your bar down where your elbows are gonna touch your sides, right? It's all about like how you can like feel the lats engage, right? You know? If you clench your asshole and it makes you feel it better, then clench your asshole, you know? Yeah. Whatever you gotta do. This will probably be too light for you, but we'll get it going. Okay, so I like to raise the seat a little higher. I like to let your seat a little higher. That way, whenever he's pulling it, it's going to be more of a low row. If your seat's very low, you're going to end up being the high row, more tendency to shrug. We don't want that. Cool. So we're going to go single arm rows on this pinata. And what we're going to do is whatever side you're holding with, Paul, you're going to side bend that way and then pull it in there as well. Now, if that's like stupid easy, like wasting your time, let me know.
I don't know how to call it waste. I can just hold that pause longer.
Cool. Good squeeze. Let's go for 12 to start, all right, P? Give me more of a side bend this way. Right there, yep. Good. There you go. What we're doing here, guys, we want to get that full stretch. It's almost like you're gonna feel your shoulder kind of like, not so much dislocate, but you're gonna feel your shoulder get kind of pulled forward in this one. So remember, you got your spine in the middle and your lats wrap around this way. So if you can stretch it all the way forward like that and then pull it, you'll get much better gains that way. Good. If you're doing back workouts, for the record, if you're doing back workouts without some kind of strap, because you want to work out your grip strength, you're cutting yourself short. Straps are always going to let you lift a lot more, let you engage your lats a lot better. If you want to get grip strength, do other things for your grip. Unless you're like a rock climber, then maybe, but. Pinata, I love you, but unless you're like this fucking wide, every client of mine, we find it more effective with the elbows in instead of using the pads. So maybe on the next model you build, make the pads a little closer together. Just my recommendation, 2 more. Good, 1 more. And when you're exhaling on the way down, pull those abs in. Beautiful, good job, dude. Nicely done. Take a breather, Paul. Gonna rest you a minute and a half, bro. And then I want you to kind of bring your elbows forward. Yeah, you feel that? Now stick your chest up. Boom, there you go. You feel that? Nice. You got it, bro. So good deal, man. So we're slowly but surely making Paul a douchebag. So that way he's gonna be in the gym just like posing between sets and people are like, look at that fucking douche. He looks great, but man.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here. With my program in 12 weeks, you'll become the DB you always wanted to be. Here we go. Remember Napoleon Dynamite, Rex Kwon Do? Did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah, but I don't remember that scene.
Bro, whenever, you watched Drew Carey back in the day?
Yeah.
Remember Doug, the neighbor? Like black curly hair?
No.
Oh no, his name was Oswald.
I thought you were talking about like Whose Line Is It Anyway? You're talking about like the sitcom Drew Carey.
Yeah, but like the character, I think his name was Doug. Oswald was a skinny guy on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Anyways, he's in Napoleon Dynamite. He's got these American pants, and he's like the dojo master, and like they go get karate lessons or some shit. Bro, it's
a fun. Watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Ready?
I'm sure you remember that scene. Yeah.
You remind me more of an Uncle Rico.
Back in '82, I could throw that pigskin a quarter mile. I want you to hold it like. Bring it backwards now. I want you to try it like this. Yeah. Tell me if you feel any different.
Yeah.
Feel the lats more?
It was way harder.
Good. 2. 3. 3 more. 1. 2. By reversing his grip. Good. He no longer can use his triceps to engage. He's just using all lats to push it down. And plus Dorian Yates used to do it like that, so we want to look like him. Good. So yeah, speaking of like pre-workouts and stuff, there was this pre-workout back in the day, and it was called Full as Fuck. And this shit works, it gets you really pumped. I had a buddy of mine, and he was like, yeah, it tastes like semen. I'm like, what? He's like, it tastes like sperm. And my first thing was like, how the fuck do you know how sperm tastes like? And second of all, I don't get that taste, and I don't know how the hell sperm tastes like anyway.
I was gonna say, how would you know?
But no, I wouldn't know. But I mean, it's just like,
I wouldn't know, but it doesn't.
but you know, but it was the funniest thing. He was like, I think he was like, it tastes like semen. I'm like, okay. I never once have been like, let me try this to see what it tastes like. But you know, to each his own, you know. Imagine if it tastes amazing. Like, Nate, you're gaining some weight. What have you been drinking? I'm like, you don't want to know.
I like to imagine it tastes like condensed milk.
2 more. Good. I'll tell you, if semen tastes like condensed milk, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be drizzling that shit on my damn food all the time.
I mean, I'm not gay, but a guy's got macro goals, right?
Or imagine if like it had like 20 grams of protein per like gram. I would. Let's make it lighter and hold it reverse. Go back to 110.
Just gonna cut that part.
Yeah.
You don't want that on YouTube?
Do like the beep and cut to the next scene.
Right now we're gonna train lads by discussing the flavors of semen.
Okay, now we're gonna go kneeling kneeling one arm pull downs. But what we're gonna do here, if I hold my left arm, I'm gonna be kneeling with my left knee, and I'm gonna turn my body this way. Remember these, Paul? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna anchor my hip this way, where it's kind of pulling it. You'll feel that lat getting stretched really well. And then just pull down with it, all right? I feel like this might be too light though. Cool.
Should I strap in for this?
Oh yeah. Whoop. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so turn your hips this way. Good. Now your hips now, angle them that way or push them. So your angle's fine, Paul. Mm-hmm. I just want you to push this that way. Yeah. You'll feel your lat stretching. Mm-hmm. Now just pull it down, baby. 2, good. 3. Good set. Beautiful. So we're still gonna stay here for the next ones. I just don't want to bore you with too many of these single arm shit. Cool. So remember the kneeling pullovers or the kneeling straight bar pulls that we did? You make the J.
Yeah.
Let's see where we got next. So take a breather, Paul. Get a rope for us. We basically want to picture there's a J in front of us. You're gonna come down and then pull back and then reverse it, okay? Cool. Would it help you if I gave you support behind you? Were you feeling kind of like you were gonna tip over or no? Okay, cool.
No, the issue was just being smoked.
Good.
My name's Paul, and I'm here for a good time.
Here for a good time.
So I asked Nate for his number, and here we are.
Yep.
Now I pay him to hurt me.
Yep.
3 times a week.
Yeah, but you approached me when, like a while ago, right?
It was like October.
And then like we didn't start till.
Well, I tried to slide in your DMs, and you ignored me.
In Instagram?
I think.
No, because
I emailed you.
You emailed me,
Yeah,
and I'm
I was
like,
like,
dude.
hey.
Yeah, and I'm
Hey,
like, dude, when? And I'm like, I looked at him, like, holy shit, my bad, dude. That was my fault. I'm pretty good at checking emails, but yeah, you had emailed me, I think, on a. You approached me on a Monday, I think.
And then I waited for you in the parking lot one day.
Yeah. I'll be right there, bro. No, that last part didn't happen. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
1 to 3 more. Here we go. 1.
You want me to do another partial, or?
I got you.
All right.
I'm gonna have you scooted a little more forward where your toes are off the edge, Paul.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times when we start to struggle, we tend to sit up a little taller, right? So the goal is to keep your chest parallel to the floor the whole time. So just keep it nice and low. I know you want to look at your pretty face in the mirror, but just keep your chin down, keep it neck lined up with the spine, and then from there, just pull it up. Because if you go any higher than that, you decrease your range of motion.
Okay.
Cool. And same thing, we're not pulling with the hands are just strapped in there. We're pushing the elbows up.
Cool.
Same thing, Paul, if that's super easy, let me know. We'll add some weight. I have a feeling we might need to add a 25 on there, but we'll see how it goes. It is the end of the workout. Yeah, perfect. And then scoot forward a little more. Right there, good. Let your arms hang all the way down. Beautiful. When you do that upper back just rounded down, that's what I want. Good. Yep. So this is staying nice and straight and engaged. This is rounding down on that stretch. Good. Let's get 5 more. You got 5. 1. Okay, we got some Roman chair back extensions, guys. You want to make sure this is about waist to hip height level. So if I'm up here, it's a little low. We want to make sure we're coming down straight. When you come up though, pretend you're getting hit in the gut and you're rounding your back, pushing your lower back up first, and then rolling it up, and on the way down, coming straight. So a lot of times when people do these, they just hinge, which is fine. It's going to get the lower back really well. But if the erectors go from lower back all the way to the mid, upper back there. So if you want to get all the way in its entirety, you want to round it out, vertebrae by vertebrae, rounding it out. And a good habit you can have, Paul, exhale on the way up, right? Like you should be, right? But when you're exhaling at the bottom right there, feel your abs get pushed in towards your spine, kind of like what you did earlier in the vacuums. And then from there, just roll it up, continuing that exhale. That's all she wrote, man.
Sweet.
Hell of a workout.
Good session.
It's really good.
Thanks.
Well, there you have it, guys. Paul demolishing his lats, learning how to flare his lats. Slowly but surely, you guys will see him blossom into the douchebag that we want him to become.
One of these days, I'll have lats.
Yeah. You already have them, dude. See you guys next time.
He's very tight.
I started working out at this gym about 6 months earlier on my own, and I felt like I just hit this like plateau that I couldn't really work through. So I approached Nate and said, can we take it to the next level? Will you work with me? We came up with a whole plan. At the time I approached him, I was losing weight. I couldn't stop. And then he came up with a meal plan. He gave me workouts to do on my own. We've been doing workouts together. He's been showing me new exercises, new machines I can use to hit my goals. I put on about 8 pounds so far in about 6 weeks that we've actually been training together. I'm really excited about the progress. We've been really bringing the intensity levels up to places I haven't seen before. And honestly, I don't even recognize myself in the mirror from day to day. So couldn't be more stoked to see where this goes from here.
Okay, so we just got done with Paul. Really great workout session. And so again, my goal for Paul is to get as much muscle mass as possible on his frame while keeping his body fat low. For those of you watching who are wondering, can I bulk while staying lean? You absolutely can. You can definitely get bigger and put on lean tissue while staying lean. I know a lot of people are always just like, hey, I should bulk first and then cut, or you can't do both at the same time. You definitely can do both if you actually have the right protocol for that. And yeah, I'm constantly telling Paul when I see him, I'm like, dude, you're looking good. And he jokingly says, like, I think you're just blowing smoke up my ass. I'm like, no, it's really cool when you have a client who does what you're doing, right? And because, for me, what I do, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love when my clients get results. I want them to get results. And to me, it's like a form of art. Unfortunately, I'm not an artist that I can draw on a canvas or paint per se. My art depends on a client following my guidance, right? So when you have a client like Paul, and I have other clients like this as well, who actually put in the work, who do their due diligence, it's really cool to see that. So anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Now I'm about to cook my second to last meal, my meal 6 for the day. I've got some salmon and potatoes. Yeah, I like it. I like salmon a lot. It's a little fishy per se, but it's a lot higher in fat than chicken tenders, that's for sure. So it's very filling, kind of gets my fat, like endorphins going for the day. I don't consume a lot of fat, so when I get a fatty meal like salmon, I get pretty excited. I normally buy frozen salmon. I thawed this out yesterday, left it in the fridge. It's wild caught salmon. Nowadays they have farm raised salmon. So again, I highly recommend getting wild caught salmon, get your grass fed beef, get your free range chicken, free range eggs per se, because it does make a difference. You're paying quite a bit more money for the food, but you're getting better nutrients from it. And if you can get better nutrients from it, you'll get better growth from it, better digestion. And overall, it's just, if you can eat something naturally occurring in its state as opposed to just being farm raised, it's just overall better for your body, better for the soul, right? Just hurts the budget a little bit, you know? But if you absolutely can't, you know, no shame in that, just do what you can, right? The one thing I despise about this meal is making it. My dogs are assholes. Look at them. We're currently fostering the little black one. He leaves on Friday. We're gonna miss him though. He's a good boy. He's such a good dog. He plays with Flurf. For a puppy, for about 10 or 11 weeks, he's actually really well behaved. So anyways, yeah, let's get it going. As far as seasonings on the salmon, I'll stick with my basil, sprinkle it on there. It's always so messy though, always gets everywhere. And then from there, I don't know how to say this, thyme, I don't know. However you want to say it. Potato, you know. Coconut butter spray. Disadvantage between this one, for some reason, it just cakes up on the top. Sometimes it comes out double streamed. This is prep from last time, extras. I don't want this to go to waste. Salmon's expensive as hell, especially that wild caught salmon. So call me gross if you want, but I just wipe this down and just use the same paper plate. Is that gross? I don't know. Maybe that's what's giving me diarrhea. I doubt it. Anyways, so what I do, I need 200 grams. So I've got 62 grams. If I need 200 grams, I need another 138 grams of the fresh stuff. So when I have about a minute left on my timer, I'm going to throw this in the microwave, heat it up, and then from there, mix it up. 138 grams. It's my lucky day if it matches exactly. 131. Okay, all right. 136, 37. I'll take that, man. That's good. I'll be fine with that. Now we're gonna add some salt. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then from there, I don't know how old this lemon juice is, but I found it in the fridge. I love me some lemon on some seafood. And my potatoes, a little bit of sugar-free ketchup, or no sugar added ketchup. And voila, there you go. You got your meal right there, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, guys, so a while back, I did like an NGL on Instagram, wanted some questions thrown my way, and we are finally gonna read these. So the first question is, how did you get so cool? First, I think they're being sarcastic. I think they're kind of throwing shade my way, but if you're not, then I don't know, man. I just, you know, I grew up trying to impress people and trying to hide my actual personality. And I think it wasn't until 6th grade, and I was like, you know, I'm a funny guy. I'm gonna show the world my humor. And I was like, became like the class clown in class, and I just enjoy making people laugh. I enjoy making people feel good. So yeah, I guess that's how I became so cool. I don't know. I think I'm a pretty cool guy. I mean, you tell me. Second question.
Is the hole pink? I don't know. You may have to ask my wife that. She's seen it. I don't know. Maybe. You tell me. Okay, here's another one. Do you have a squatty potty and a bidet? And if not, why not? So, I used to have a squatty potty. I think those things are awesome. Fold your knees up to where it kind of opens up your sphincter and you can like slide it all out. I stopped using it for a while though. In fact, I just kind of threw it away and haven't gotten back to it. Do I have a bidet? 100% I do. In fact, I've got bidets in all my toilets in the house. And the secret to wiping your ass with a bidet is essentially you wipe the first clump off of you, that big nasty shit on your asshole, and then you bidet it all up. You got to kind of wiggle around, make sure it all goes around your hole. And then from there, you got to tap it down with some paper to kind of get all that extra moisture off. But yeah, for sure. I mean, my butthole's pretty clean for the most part, thanks to the bidet. Here's another one. How much time per year do you spend at maintenance, and what are your goals during maintenance phase? It's a great question. So this is my first actual year in my years of bodybuilding and my years of working out that I've spent an off season treating it like a prep, meaning like I'm not stuffing my face to where I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm not going to a buffet and trying to close them out. I'm having precise meals, designated free meals. I won't even call them cheat meals anymore. Keeping my desserts low. So this is the first time I've done this, and so I've been doing this maintenance phase, or I guess you could say we're maintenance / rebound / growing phase since after my show of last year, and that was August 3rd. So we've been at it for what? September 3rd, November, December, October, November, December, January. We've been at it for about 5 months now, and it's a slow progression. So typically, if I were to do this every year going forward, I'd probably spend a good 6-7 months of the year trying to do maintenance and building and growing. And at that point, I think I'm going to start doing a longer prep, slower prep, to where I can be ready 4 or 5 weeks out to where I can coast into the show. The last thing you want to do, guys, is get ready for a show last minute, play the catch-up game where like you're trying to like lose weight, catch up, killing yourself on the Stairmaster, cutting calories too low. So that's my approach when it comes to my maintenance / building phase, and then when it comes to prepping in like that. And so yeah, it's kind of like the foods and all that stay the same. There's just different portions of different things. They vary, and also your cardio is going to change. Can I muscle worship you? Sure, man. You definitely can. Check out my page, look at my videos. Do what you ever want to do to yourself, to my videos and pictures. That's your business. As far as actual muscle worshiping, which like I'm going to be near you and like I'm flexing, like no, you can't do that. Unless you're a billionaire and you want to pay me like billions, then maybe. A wise man once told me, we're all prostitutes. We just have a certain price. I'm joking. I'm somewhat joking, not really. You guys feel me. But it's a funny one, muscle worship. Okay. Do you wear jock straps on the regular? I don't know if you ever worn a jock strap. It's not comfortable at all. I wore one in junior high when I played football. And after the first day of practice, I'm like, I'm not wearing this anymore. So yeah, I don't wear jock straps, unfortunately. Sorry to let you down. Here's one, good one. Why is it so important to eat after working out, and what do you eat? Great question. So whenever you work out, you're tearing your muscles apart, building lactic acid in there, and you want to quickly recover the muscles so they can rebuild themselves and then essentially come back bigger and stronger after time and time again. So the main things that help repair muscles are protein, amino acids, right? So you want to have a good amount of protein. You want to have lean protein at that, keep your fats low, but also carbohydrates are going to help replenish the glycogen that are in those muscle stores that you deplete in your workouts. And therefore, when you consume carbohydrates plus a protein, it's going to not only help repair muscle, but also replenish glycogen, right? The sooner you can get it in your body, the better. I can't say sooner, like right away after you work out, because if you've seen in my last video, you don't want to consume a post-workout shake immediately after, especially after you crush your legs. You want to let your parasympathetic nervous system kick in effect. That way you can get better digestion, less bloating. If you smash your legs and right afterwards you're down a shake with carbs and protein, you're going to be bloated, you're going to be shitting your pants, you're going to be super gassy. And so I would recommend doing about 15 to 20 minutes after you work out. I like to tell my clients, get in a Zen state, kind of relax, chill, don't go running around errands frantically. And then from there I would consume it. What I consume for post-workout, cream of rice, organic berries, and grass-fed beef isolate protein. To me, that's the best combo that I've done before. If you don't like to eat after working out, if you're not hungry, you can definitely do like a Carbolin shake or Vitargo, some kind of carb replacement powder, mix it with your protein, and then consume it like that. Don't go cheap on your supplements, guys. Again, you pay for what you get. And that was it from the questions. Again, guys, thanks for those questions. A lot of them were humorous. Some of them were actual serious. We'll do this again, and stay tuned for more questions.